Hey friends, welcome back to the homestead. We're kind of in the middle of this project where we're extending our dining room table. I'll kind of take you over here and show you what we've done. So right here we've got 4 12 by 2 just dimensional lumber that we picked up from the hardware store, and then we cut the edges off and trimmed it down so that it would be about the same width as our existing table. But this is just going to be topping a folding table. But I'll tell you, this thing is a bit of a hoss, a lot heftier than I was expecting it to be. So as you can see, this piece of, or the skirt that I put on there fits just over top of our plastic folding table. Right now, I gotta get this outside so that we can do that finishing sanding on it. Yeah. So one of the things that I did to give it a more rustic and farmhouse look is I took my right angle grinder and put the sanding disc on it and just knocked down the edges, kind of in a somewhat non-uniform manner, just kind of give it that hand hewn or hand finished look. I did that on all the little edges on the top here, just to kind of give it some dimension. And then there was a split right here in the wood, and I just used 2 dowels to drive into that split, so that when I held it all together, that split didn't get any worse. But I like the way that it's looking. So we'll get this sanded down to a nice pristine finish, and then we'll put some stain on it. So when you're sanding, you got to do a number of different passes. So we've already done 80 grit sanding on it with the belt sander, and that just kind of took everything down, took off all the nasty parts and the stamps that were on there, and then kind of brought all the boards semi flush with each other, so there's no major bumps. Now we'll do a 150 grit over the whole thing, then a 220, then a 320, and then finally a 400. That was the roughest sanding that we're gonna have to do. Now on to the 220. A lot of times, dimensional lumber or just building lumber that you get out of the hardware store will have these knots that have these big old gnarly holes in them. What you can do is just take some sawdust and some glue, mix it up together, just tap it down in there and sand it down once it's dried. Time for our 320 grit. You always want to sand with the grain. That means those little lines that are in the wood, you want to sand along those. If you were to sand across them, it's going to flip the little fibers in the wood up. Won't give you as nice as of a finish. All right, 320. It's all finished up. Feeling really good. I'm liking it. All these nice little perfect imperfections just being sanded out. Spent a lot of time doing woodworking and just using electric sanders and those little shaky things, and it might go a little bit faster. I think that you put in the same amount of effort and same amount of work. It's just now your arm doesn't go numb. But find that just doing it by hand is probably more enjoyable, less noisy. You actually get to think about the things that you're doing, the value that that the piece that you're working on, hey puppy dogs, will bring. You know, just kind of enjoy the process. It doesn't take nearly as much effort and time. You just lean into it a little bit and enjoy what you're doing. So now we'll do a run with the 400 grit, and I think that that'll be about all the sanding we'll need to do for right now anyways. Same thing, just cut the paper in half, fold it over so we can get a good grip, and back at it. So that's all the sanding. We're now effectively covered in sawdust. Now we'll just clean all that up and then start applying some stain. Make it look all nice and pretty. We've got our wood stain here. We'll just use some rags to apply it. This is a nice dark walnut stain. This should match the floors in our house as well as the other table. Just pop this lid right here. Ooh, nice dark finish. And we'll just do a kind of a wipe on, wipe off, Karate Kid style. Right. Try not to get it all over myself. Get it down in the cracks and crevices. And then all those little scratches and imperfections that we put into it, that we left in it, they all start to come out. So we'll do a few more coats of this, let it set for about an hour or so, and then coat it again. Just get a little bit darker so that it'll match the other table. And then we'll sit and let it cure for a bit so that we can put some polyurethane on it. That right there is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful table. I kind of like it.